Hey friends, welcome to Moxie Gardens. I'm Mike Toomey, and today we're going to head over to the Overland Park Arboretum. It's absolutely beautiful. It's funny because the state of Kansas, if you're not aware, the majority of it out west is just flat grounds. A lot of it is just corn, wheat, milo, soybeans, no trees. It's just windy all the time. It's kind of you have to want to live there, or you've got to make some money to want to be out that way. There's really not much to do. Now, it's still beautiful in its own right. Further east you go, where we're at, eastern Kansas, it's absolutely beautiful. Trees everywhere, some rolling hills, that type of stuff. But this arboretum is just tucked into a nice little pocket. It's very lush. There's a wooded area. They've got a lot of sculptures, and there's just different pockets of love in that area, and I really want to share it with you. Also too, stick around to the end, for the most part towards the end. They have one of the most remarkable little charming train stations where little trains go through there and whatnot. So if you've got grandchildren, pull them in, or children, and you're watching this, get ready, because that's a fun little piece there. This is really charming. I really enjoy it. I assume it's probably going to be a little dead there. This arboretum, I don't know much about it, the history and everything, but I can tell you that it has a lot of volunteers. A lot of volunteers go there and help kind of upkeep that place. So we're just going to check it out. I can't wait to share it with you and show you what we've got here local to us. So let's head over there and get started. Okay, we're just past the gates. The admission to get in here is $7 per person. But there are a lot of volunteers and different people that come in here and help out in the garden. We're going to see pockets of everything: annuals, perennials, shrubs, trees, your typical things. But we'll see if anything's unique to our Kansas Arboretum compared to others. There's going to be a lot of statues and art, as well as winding roads and paths. There's going to be water features. It's going to be a really amazing kind of tour. There are going to be some new buildings in here that I'm not aware of. There's a train area as well, but there are families here that come and take wedding photos and take prom photos. So there's a lot of activity. That being said, there's also opportunities that I will be pausing the video because there will be children and that type of stuff. I did not bring my mic with me because I really wanted you to capture the actual nature and its sound. So every once in a while, I'm going to probably hit pause to get past some of the children who are having fun in the background. So let's just wind around here and get started. So I kind of separated myself from a larger group of individuals. So we're going to come back in the wooded area. You can see here there's little paths that take you into a large wooded area. This is more for people that will come in here and not only relax and do a little bit of their walking. I can see them walking around with their coffee and whatnot, but some people come in here and jog and get their exercise. So there's probably some type of admission that you can purchase for a year around gallop through this area. But you can see here it's very dense in there, and every once in a while we'll get tucked back in and there will be some statuary and different things. I can't wait to share with you. But the feel and the overall comfort and relaxation of just this tour should hit the spot. I know it does for me. And I would just encourage you, if you would like to read these, I'll just kind of glance over them. You can hit pause and you can read each one, and then we'll just kind of move on.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
You enjoying yourself?
I am, absolutely.
When it gets ready to do a money moment, it makes it to the river and puts a crop in the river. So if the healing stroke doesn't work.
So I just got to speaking to them. I guess a ton of master gardeners show up on Wednesdays and they do a lot of the work here. And so they offered me bug spray. Did not realize I needed mosquito spray. This place almost carried me off. But yes, everyone's got some bug spray and offered it up. But wonderful people. Of course, I did not explain to them I have my own channel and that type of stuff. So they were kind of giving me, very generous people, giving me a lap through the garden in some of these areas here. Just, that's what gardeners do. We just kind of tend to start talking about things that we care about dearly here in the gardens, and one thing led to another, and I'm about 40 minutes into about 7 different conversations. I love it. These are my kind of people. Maybe on Wednesdays is my day off. Maybe I just come down here and volunteer my time. Oh, I love it. There's a ton of, so anybody that you see in here, there's probably about 40 people, I would assume, maybe even more. So we'll just try to keep their face out and just keep on keeping on. Look how gorgeous things are. And then the sky in the background. Oh. Pardon me? Look at this view with the water in the background. Oh, this is gorgeous. So when we were up there and we took the left to avoid the noise of the big, large group, we took the wooded area. Obviously now this opens up into a lot of the gardens. Absolutely gorgeous. And all of those people in the background, everywhere you see, they're all volunteering their time. Master gardeners. It's amazing. It's very humbling when you get around this much knowledge. Just kind of sit back and take everything in. Still see all the artwork that is offered throughout the garden. There's places where people come in and sketch and draw, read books.
You weren't here last week. The St. John board, the blends were so heavy, it looked like a beehive.
No kidding.
And I had to warn people, just don't walk away. Walk away. Because it's just...
Well, my mother-in-law had hip surgery last Wednesday.
Yeah. Fell and broke her. Oh yeah, it's good for me too. No.
So that area back there was just basically all your annuals and perennials. Nice little garden feature. It has water and different things. Absolutely stunning. I hadn't been here in so long that it was actually refreshing to go through there and see things that I hadn't seen before. And I'm probably at a different time period than I was prior. So it had a lot more to offer than it probably did the time that I went before, because there's just so much more that I just felt like I just hadn't seen before. And my knowledge has probably grown a ton. I've since visited a ton of botanical gardens, arboretums, home gardens. And so my knowledge is a little bit more now. This is a nice water feature. I remember them having koi and big swimming pockets out here. There's a bridge or two that we have to go over. That building right over there is brand new. I've never seen that before. A lot of people will come and take their photos on this area right here. You can see all the planters in the background. We'll just kind of make our way through. Got a nice display of annuals through here. Are you like me? When you get out into these gardens, you start trying to see how much you can name, how vast your knowledge is of the things that certain people take for granted, certain people know instinctively. And if you're a new gardener and you're trying to put your mind around and wrap it around all of the good things that are out there to offer to a garden space, do you find yourself wondering, what is that? What is this? This whole swoop right here is all peonies. Golden wing peonies right there, and then the backside are roses. Of course, we call them pennies, peonies, whichever, but we call them pennies here. Oh, I can see the goldfish or the koi jumping over there, but they have since bloomed. Their time has gone, but still nice, gorgeous, flush properties to each one of them, holding that space down pretty good. This pathway here is new as well. I think when I used to come, it used to be $2. I could completely be wrong, but it seems like they may have raised it. And which, if you have this much to offer and you're putting it back into the garden, really just getting it out there. Not to mention that you have volunteers that help you get through a lot of the maintenance that can really add wonders to the garden. Those master gardeners, they were just all so eager to visit and share information. And you can hear in the background all the different conversations they're having. I'm in the right place at the right time, and I love it. And I don't mean just in this garden at the right time. I'm talking about on planet Earth. Look how monstrous. I bet that's 2 feet maybe. Jeez. As you walk through here, oh, I can see bluegill, and I can see just different things. It looks like some crappie in there. Typically, these walkways will have just enough noise made to them that the fish will come to the surface and think there's a treat there. This would look gorgeous in Moxie Gardens, wouldn't it? That'd take up most of my yard. It's gorgeous. If I sit still and you can look here, we got a little statue of a child trying to get his boat out on the water. It's all the little details of what we're doing in our garden. We're trying to, we've got the structure of the garden set up. I feel like we've got a lot of, a good flow. And now I'm just kind of trying to add the details. So yesterday when we were at the local nursery that is one of my favorites, we talked about adding the whimsy to certain pockets. And although I have certain pockets that I can do that in, there's still a lot of opportunity to add different annuals and perennials that are still wanted by my overall need. The idea that I need to get in there and have that particular plant because I don't have it. And so that kind of halts my desire to add little pockets of whimsy and stuff, such as that little statue with the boy and his little boat. So we're still working on it. Gardens ever evolving, they always do, never done. And so there will be times that we will pull away from the idea that I need to plant something in there that I desire and get some architecture in there or some whimsy. I'll try to find out what that is up there. I'm sure it has to do with some type of knowledge center. But you can look back. That's where all the ladies were a while ago. A few gentlemen in there as well, but we've made our way around this pond. Instead of taking this left, we're gonna head right. I see a lot of folks walking around with books and drawing paper and different things. It's just fun to get out here. Do you have a local arboretum, botanical garden that allows you to get in there and escape from the world and all the madness that is at some points? Relax your mind and kind of get caught up in something that is a hobby that you love to do in a stationary motion. Look at here, we've got some more koi out there. Really beautiful. Hopefully that's not too bright coming off of the water there, the sun. I still come through here trying to figure out, do I know what the majority of this is? I'm pretty good with our local perennials and a lot of the shrubs and trees. The thing that stumps me every once in a while are annuals, because we only have those a certain time of the year, and if I've purchased them and added them to the garden. Looks like we're going to walk up on a lot more volunteers / master gardeners. Got lamb's ear through here. Got a little archway right in here with a little walkway. It's fun to take a walkway or add a walkway to your property, or take one off your property that you've never been on. If you can give it a winding motion and have it go around corners and turns, that adds an element of surprise and intrigue, mystery, draws you in. You really want to see what's around the bend. I don't particularly plant in straight lines. Are you one that plants in straight lines? Do you stagger? Do you plant odds and evens? Does odds and evens even matter to you? Everybody gardens different. I know there's some more water features up here. I'll hit the pause and we'll make our way over there.
Are they?
You're fine, Casey. Stay with me.
Of course, well, then we've got a ton of seating areas. They got a little spark to them. Got some dragonflies and butterflies. This is a sycamore that we're under. This is the same type of tree that we have two of them, back by the chicken coop and by our yellow little shed, whatever we want to call it right now, till we've imagined it completely. That train station garden is absolutely remarkable. I love it. In order to get that thing to completely run all the time on those tracks, even one little branch to an annual or perennial could, derail, no pun intended, but it could derail the whole project. And they do a really good job, all those volunteers. Look at the artwork. Artwork is everywhere. I think it's awesome. This is the newer area of the garden, and you can tell, obviously, there lack the shade trees and whatnot. And then back there we start to get into the dense forest feel of the gardens. Tons of zinnias. I love the little birds that come and frequent these. Come on here and there's several right there, finches. See if I can zoom in on them. They float so effortlessly from one branch to the other. Zooming in can be difficult times because they're going to move all over the place. And if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. There's one right there. Give him a little bite to eat before he moves on to the next. Looks like there's 5 or 6 of them in here. That being the most colorful one. Assume he's the male. Well, that almost concludes the entirety of this park. There is a bird watching area that if you were to come here, you can go into. I am not going in there. It's a long, winding, relaxing, natural walkway through there, bark and a paved area that you can freely make your way there with no obstacles. It's absolutely awesome. You can get back there and they have some bird feeders and you get to see everything. In fact, you probably heard woodpeckers and cardinals, doves. There's that area right there. You've probably seen and heard. This is so beautiful. You could probably hear a lot of what this park has to offer throughout our tour. Got some folks coming up here. I'm going to pause for a second. With those birds, you can hear them in the background. It really just sets off your ability to kind of relax and fall in love with this area. As we make our way back, we were on that side. So we toured that area. The trains are behind me, and we're making our way back to the entrance point. If you recall, this is where all the master gardeners were inside this area. Hoping to get a good picture or a good view from that bridge up there. So can't tell from here probably, but there is that green bridge that is on the back side of a lot of these videos that we were video shots that we were taking throughout. It's very, very, very beautiful.
And then when they get closer to Europe, she gets to go back up.
Next week I'll work down there and get a pass through.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That goes to show you, I mean, you neglect it for a week and it just goes.
Well, and then we'll work on that button in the following week.
Yeah, that week we had the rain. The point is good. It's good.
Well, friends, it was fun taking you along something local to us and how beautiful it is. So awesome to see something like this in Kansas. The hard work and effort that goes into this is just absolutely remarkable. You could probably hear in the background, they have the same, these master gardeners have the same issues as we do. They said if you just don't even show up for a week, the weeds can just absolutely take over. You could probably hear some of that in the background. And they're absolutely right. So it feels good to know that our little gardens that we are doing, we're actually doing the best we can and with what we got. And at times it would be nice to have master gardeners come in and help you with your garden, but not our case. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy this channel. If you're new and you're just passing by, please hit the like, the share, leave a comment, and please follow us. We will talk to you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye now.